Well, speaking of counters, so one of the things in
Yeah, I have
sports.
opinion on this one. Oh, play it.
Well, hold on. Well, this is with sports dealing with AI. A lot of like the NFL, uh, Major League Baseball are looking to have AI be the umpires instead of actual the umpires. So here we go.
We've got some big news,
Who do
too,
we
for
yell at then?
baseball fans this morning. Robot
Who do we
umpires are
throw
coming
coffee
to
at?
the MLB starting next season. The MLB is going to roll out the automated ball strike challenge
usually
system.
human umps are
It
still
lets the
pretty good.
batter, pitcher, or catcher challenge any ball or strike called by the human home plate umpire. Then camera technology shows the location of the pitch on the stadium's video board for everyone to see. The ABS system has been
that got
tested in the
been
minor
some
leagues
rough.
and Major League
just
Spring
woke up.
training
Just
in
woke
recent
up.
years. This summer, it got a test run in the MLB's All-Star Game. I'd actually be
And it's
more
not really
interested
robot
to
umps,
see
right? It's
this
AI
roll
umps.
out for Little
Right, it's
League
not necessarily a
and
robot
hopefully
doing it.
quiet
Well,
some
AI
parent
detection.
complaints.
For news
perhaps,
media,
I
everything
think would
is
be
a
a little more
robot.
interesting to
handful of
me.
complaints with that. Yeah.
I remember when. Yeah.
Yep.
Eh.
And in my opinion, just get the call right. Right. And that's fair. Just use it
Well,
a couple times.
I don't know. What's the fun of the game? You know what I mean?
Get the call right. That's all I
No.
want. Just make the right call.
That's where the fun is. You know, no. Then we start.
Cindy's taking it.
He's
taking it
very
personal.
No, I'm taking it personal because the thing is, where's the fun of the game? I mean, then you have a robot throwing the ball with the more efficiency, like it never lose, it strikes everybody out. What's the fun in that?
At the end
You,
of the
you
day,
gotta have some of the mischief. You gotta have that. You gotta have that.
I want to get the call right.
No.
Like at the end of the day, was it a strike? Was it a ball? Just
but that's
tell
where
me.
the fun is.
And like I said earlier, usually the umps, I think they've done some studies too, where 97% of the time they get the call right. It's just a very, very slim amount.
Yeah.
However, you never know. Some guy might have been out drinking the night before. His vision's off a little bit that day. You never know.
That's why it's called game.
Yeah.
Is this the Babe Ruth situation where he goes out drinking and then he hits a
Yeah.
home run?
Yeah, I mean that's why it's called game. Otherwise, we'll just call factual
Well,
something.
and I do think as we progress, right, you've seen it already in goal in soccer over in Europe. A lot
Oh,
of
yeah,
times
yeah.
they use a
I mean,
a
I'm
little
not
bit.
denying that it's not there.
Yeah,
I
they
mean,
use
it's
a little
there,
bit here-
but let's
here and there.
not go too carried away where we take the,
Well,
let
I
it
do
be
I do
game
like
be
the
game.
idea of because how do I should put this? I'm not much into baseball, but I'm really into football or basketball. And football is really I think where the challenge came in.
Yeah.
As in if how should I put this? Like for example, if a catch is a catch.
Yeah.
And I remember this one where Calvin Johnson, and it was a reason to me he didn't get it overturned was because he caught the ball and was trying to show off at the same time.
Yeah.
Because he was just that good. He caught the ball with one hand. It was like the end of a game. I think it was against Chicago, and this was years ago. And the way he caught the ball, he caught it with one hand, and it's right at the end of the game. And then for some reason, he did it all in one motion, used the ball to push himself up, I
Yeah.
believe.
Yeah.
And then, so because he didn't grab it and hold on to it and just, like an egg or
Cradle
something,
it.
he just went because he wanted to celebrate and show off how good he was. They ended up burning him a loss in that column that day.
Game.
And
Yeah.
I don't know if AI would have done anything, but
Well,
it's you got rules.
Yeah,
And
I think those errors, those disappointments, and sometimes wins and loses. I think those are sometimes if you get too accurate, I think it'll take away from the game.
Sure.
In my opinion, it'll take away from.
I get that.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I don't think you're going to see that too at
yeah,
high school level yet
and-
or college level
so,
yet maybe.
So here's my concern. Referee, yes, they're using this AI, right now you're saying they're 97. You know,
Yeah, it's,
like,
it's
you know,
very
it's
high.
somewhere near,
Top
right?
90s. Yeah.
97. They're gonna start stepping back. AI is looking anyway. Their ability to judge that, or their ability to call those calls, may even get less and less and less and accurate, and eventually they say, well, you know, AIs get it right all the time.
Well,
we
and
don't
that's
even-
what they will do. I mean, at the end of the day, they say
That-
now
that's
they're
what I'm
not
saying,
going to do
but-
it, but
but-
they will do it. I could see it in the next 10 years because for them, the MLB, they're paying these umps, call it 5-10 grand a game for 3 or 4 umps, however many there are. I think there's one in the back, 1, 2, 3, you know, say 5 guys, call it 10 grand a game for 30 some games a night. The MLB is going to save millions of dollars on
I know,
officiating. So
but-
eventually it's going to happen, right?
Right.
I mean,
But
that's the reality.
Is that going to reflect on people's tickets or where they're going to watch it? No. So, in my opinion, if they're going to play the game, let the game be played.
Yeah. Yeah, no, and I'm with you, right? The human element, there is something. But again, I think the Tigers had a guy was throwing a no-hitter a few years back, and basically there was a bad call on first base in the, 7th or 9th inning. It was late 8th, 9th inning. Threw it to first base in slow-mo. He got him out. The guy caught the ball. He was out, but ruined his perfect game because the ump called him safe. So it's like those calls for me, I would just want the right call.
Yeah. But here's the thing. If that wouldn't have happened, you wouldn't have been talking about it right now.
Yeah.
I'm taking this personally.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay, what do we got
it's
on the NFL
memories.
side? What do we
Games
got?
are memories.
Well,
Yes.
I'll be honest with you. I couldn't find. I don't know where these guys talk about the AI side of it here, but the NFL is looking to explore AI improving officiating. I don't know where they.
Yeah, I
was
think it's
checking
later
those.
in the article. If you scroll down a little bit, I think, right in there. Yeah.
Let's see. Officiating improved.
Yeah.
Official was good.
Again,
bad
just
calls,
clearing up
was
the bad
good.
calls.
Be trying to get there.
And with that's the other thing we're not thinking about, right? Wagering. Everyone bets on these things now.
Yeah.
So again, that game that we just talked about where the guy was safe. I mean, somebody in Vegas is losing a lot of money or winning a lot of money.
well,
And when you
called
start
gambling.
you go into Vegas in the books, and then these guys are also, the NFL is in bed with some of these sports betting places and ESPN, and they own part of that, right? At the end of the day,
I get
that's
it.
where I just
get
say,
it, but
get the
I'm
darn
just saying,
call
like,
right.
certain places, the human errors are the
Yeah.
part of the whole experience, and we needed that part to be there. I was my kids' high school. I was their football game, and there was a gentleman in the front. He was just yelling. He was, saying, "You didn't see that." I was like, That's what he wanted to do.
Yeah.
He thinks he knows more than Empire, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, that's part of the game. He wants to yell. He wants to know,
Yeah.
I mean, I wanted to say, why aren't you in the field, right? But
Well,
Because you're 50.
I'm going to throw one at you guys. So, do you feel eventually, maybe one day or once, I guess, let's say one day they start going with this or try to start going with this pretty hard with the AI side of it. Do you feel that the fans will really care about human refs at some point in time? Do you think we'll eventually get there?
So here's my thing. I think for fans, it's still a game. It's still, they go to enjoy that game. But what will happen is it will become a business.
Yeah.
It's already a business.
Well, I
right
think-
now.
Well, it is for the organizers, but for the fan, it's still a game. Even for the fan, it will become a business where, where they're making a business transaction.
But I think some of them, right? So I think, for example, they always say in football, you can always find a holding call. They just never do, right?
Yeah.
But you have AI doing that. AI is going to call it by the book. That's a holding. That's holding. You're going to have penalties the whole time. So I think there's some nuances. Whereas in baseball, I think really catching a ball, was the ball there in the glove on time? I think that calling balls and strikes is more realistic where you may not see umps. Whereas with
Well-
NFL or even soccer, right? Soccer sometimes there's bumping
tennis,
or
right? Tennis, I get it.
Tennis
right?
you could.
What
There's
about
certain
basketball? Some of these guys, they walk with the ball.
Right.
They
But this is what
overrule
I'm saying.
the
That there's
game.
nuances in some of these sports where, hip check in hockey or shoulder bumps in soccer, or there's certain nuances
So-
where you got to let the game play.
So same thing happened in NASCAR, right? So in NASCAR, before it was just how it got started, and that went on till late 90s, right? Till death of Dale Earnhardt, right?
yeah.
Number 3,
Yep.
right? After that, they got so strict, like, you can't do this, you can't bump into a car, you can't do this, and I quit watching.
Yeah, me too. After he
I
passed.
that was a death for me for NASCAR.
Yep, literally.
And
If you ain't rubbing, you ain't racing.
Exactly. That's the part of the game.
Yeah.
So you cannot, like, at that point, it's just a business transaction. Yeah, I got tickets. I'm taking it. You're taking the fun out of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I see that, Sandy. We're not taking you to a baseball game.
No.
You're gonna throw coffee everywhere.
Yeah.